Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to grow ferns indoors. Now this fern I've had for a couple of years and it's doing really super well, as you can tell. I did go through a stage where it wasn't doing too good and I just had to start misting it more, turning it more, watering it more, and fertilizing more, and it's doing really good right now. Now there's a few places on the back that are a little brown, and when that begins to happen, it's not always because you're not giving enough water, it's because you're not turning enough to get enough sunlight. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to take care of this plants. Now all ferns, they love moisture and they should be given humid conditions. They're pretty easy to grow, but they don't like drafts, dry air, and extreme temperatures. They need to be provided with the right soil. I use the Miracle Grow Twice as Fast soil for plants. This is a well-draining soil. You want to make sure your plant does not sit in water. They like to be really moist, but they do not like to be soggy. They won't do well if they get soggy, and the leaves will start turning yellow from overwatering. Outside, they do love shady places, but indoors, I have mine in bright, indirect light. If they don't get enough light, they will not grow properly. Now I have mine sitting about 10 feet from the window, and mine does really super well. These plants don't do really good on low light. If you were to sit in at a place with low light, I'm really not sure if it would even thrive or how well it would do. It's up to you if you want to try that, or if you have tried that, be sure and link it below and let me know how that worked out for you. But for me, I have mine sitting in really good sunlight. Now, they love to be in temperatures of about 60 to 70 degrees weather and usually will not tolerate cold. So you want to make sure you keep them away from vents that where the air conditioner is running. You don't want that cold air blowing on your fern because it won't do well. I do fertilize every 2 to 4 weeks at half the strength with liquid fertilizer. You do not want to give this plant fertilizer in the winter because they go into a rest stage. And that's pretty much the way it is with every plant. You don't want to fertilize in the wintertime because they go dormant. I give my fern liquid plant food every other week. I like to alternate plant food and then fertilizer. This allows your plant to be watered weekly. I water 2 cups weekly. You can also mist lightly to keep your plant hydrated. I have not been misting this one, and the part where it was really green right there in the front, it's because it's getting really good sunlight and I'm giving it enough water. But if you have it in a place where you think that it needs more water because it's not getting quite as much sunlight, you can mist it, and that will be really helpful. You can repot your ferns in the springtime, but only if their roots are filling the pot. This is the perfect time to split your plant if you want to make 2. So it's a good time to have 2 ferns instead of 1, is when you're going to repot. Go ahead and just split it right down the middle and put it into different pots. Otherwise, if you're not going to repot, then it is good to take a little bit of the topsoil off and put new fertilizer in there, because soil has more nutrients in it, the better and newer the soil is, so that will be really good for your plant. So that's a good time to do it. You can cut off any damaged fronds or leaves to encourage new growth. Now, I often go in, and if I see some leaves that are really, really brown and I don't think it looks pretty, I'll just go and cut them off, and you will see in just a few weeks those leaves will be grown right back out. So you won't have any problem with that. And last but not least, the foliage is not toxic to cats and dogs. And that's always good to know. So if you have pets, you should be okay having your pets with this plant. Although be careful, because cats do like to play with these kind of ferns, and because the leaves are kind of flimsy and they like to play with stuff like that, so they will knock your plant off and your pet could get hurt. So you want to make sure that you're really careful to keep an eye on your pet. Okay, if you have any comments or any information that you would like to leave it below, be sure and do that. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.